We are at Archos on the IFA here in Berlin, and these are the new smartphones and just the basic models. We will go through from the left to the right. Let's start with the Flagship. That's my favorite. It's called 55 Diamond Selfie. 8 megapixel selfies, that's the name. On the back side, when we are at the camera, 16 megapixels, videos in full HD and a fingerprint sensor. You see, this is, well, it looks classy if it's clean, but of course, like always with these glass backsides, you see every fingerprint. But on the other hand, it looks classy with this metal frame route here, very solid. You can wind it without hearing anything or seeing any black or white dots where the front glass would press down. So good build quality, no doubt about that. 5.5-inch Full HD, meaning 1080 by 1920 pixels. So good sharpness, good brightness, good camera, at least I hope so. On the other side, somewhere they must have been saved the money, because you have 249 euros including tax, at least here in Germany, Europe. So this is kind of cheap for that one. So you see, okay, the processor. That is it. It's a Qualcomm Snapdragon 430. So you have 8 cores, but 1.5 gigahertz. But on the other hand, you have 4 gigabyte of RAM and 64 gigabyte internal memory, expandable, and that's a hybrid slot, by the way. So you can choose between if you have two SIMs or one SIM and a micro SD card. So 64 gigabyte would be good enough, I would say, to make really dual SIM about that. And going with all of that, it's Android 6.01. Don't ask me about Android Nougat and updates, no information about that. All of them, it's native Android, so you see that's why I'm doing this here. Nothing has changed here. And on the other hand, no Wi-Fi AC, just Wi-Fi N and no NFC for all of them. But there are some advantages nevertheless. And here from this one, this is 249 euros, as I told you, is existing a light version. All the same specs without 16 gigabyte instead of 64, but costing 199 euros. This is coming in October and the Lite is coming in November. Then let's go on to this one, and that's a 55 Helium, meaning 55, the same 5.5-inch display, same size, but other resolution. You have just 720p here, so that means 720 by 1280, so a little bit lower, but let's wait for the price, 129 euro. Coming in October, by the way. And I really love that backside. Okay, it's plastic, the frame is plastic, it feels like plastic, but this is kind of, giving the fingers a very good grip, and especially, and this is seldom these days, as you know, you can remove the battery by yourself. By the way, this one is 2,700 milliamps and this is 3,000. And you can exchange it by yourself, and you have true dual SIM. So meaning one SIM, second SIM, and micro SD card. So no choice like this one here with the hybrid slot. When we are on the back side, 8 megapixels camera, videos only in 720p, but well, at that price, let's turn a blind eye on that, I'd say. And on the front, 2 megapixels for the selfies. Once more, it's just a MediaTek processor, 6737, meaning quad-core, 4 cores, 1.3 gigahertz, and just 1 gigabyte of RAM. But wait, 16 gigabyte internal memory. There is an ultra version with 3 gigabyte of working memory and 32 gigabyte internal memory. And also is, as we have seen, it's expandable. So this one comes not with a fingerprint sensor like you can see. And once more the prices, basis model 129 and the Ultra 149. So I'd go for the Ultra for just $20 more. Both coming in October. And then there is a special version called 4 Seasons. Then you will get 4 covers, meaning this is not true wood, but looks like wood, neon. I love this black one here. And this is some like glossy, this is just a metal look, not really metal. So, but depends on, it's a matter of taste, let's call it like that. Coming now to the 50F Helium. 50 means you have 5-inch, 720 by 1280 once more. But on the other hand, you can grab all the touchscreen, or at least almost, to reach it also with one finger if you have to. So this is the advantage of the smaller ones here. And once more, this is metal here. You can also remove the backside if you can. Exchangeable battery, 2000 milliamps in that case. And once more, dual SIM, and this is micro SD card over here. And you see fingerprint sensor. And let's now come to the price, $149. I do not know if fingerprint sensor in this range is really often to be seen. I didn't, to be honest, here. So this is kind of an interest. But once more, it's the processor, unfortunately. It's a Qualcomm Snapdragon 210, so meaning really low class, 4 cores, 1.1 gigahertz, but nevertheless 2 GB of RAM. And again, 32 GB internal memory, expandable once more. And like I told you, all have no Wi-Fi AC, no NFC. And in this case, fingerprint sensor. $149 coming in October. And it wouldn't be too easy, right? So here is a light version available. 50F Helium Lite with 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB internal memory for 119 euros coming in November, $30 less. I would prefer the bigger one, but you have the choice, of course. And with that, coming to the last one, and this is one of my favorites too, because it's not only ruggedized, so you have drop proof with up to 1 meter. Okay, I know you won't have used your phone in 1 meter, but nevertheless, even from bigger heights, let's say 1.8 meters or something, I would say you have better chances that your phone will survive this drop, even if it's not guaranteed with a ruggedized phone like this. Plus, it's IP68, meaning waterproof up to 30 minutes, and 4000 milliamps battery. Oh, wow. So this would be enough, I guess, even for me, for a very hard day like here on the, and very long day, especially on the IFA or something like that. So we'll come surely through the day, even if you're playing all the time, I'd say. But we have to test that, of course. You have a hybrid slot once more. I guess on this side it's here, so meaning once more not true dual SIM, but you have the choice between dual SIM or expanding your memory. In that case, 128, yeah, but internal only 16. So I guess dual SIM not for everybody. And once more, 5-inch display, 720, 1280 only, and you have once more the MediaTek processor, the same one like in this one here, the 6733 quad-core, 1.5 gigahertz here instead of 1.3, 2 GB of RAM, and yeah, so it's interesting, but I'm not quite sure if it's for everybody, because you do not have that fingerprint sensor. Unfortunately, it's not the perfect none of these. A combination of all that would be fine, I guess you'd say, but then you have not that big one, and it's 222 grams. So yeah, something different like this one here. But nevertheless, I can imagine that both will be find its audition. This one will come, its audience, I'm sorry, you know what I mean. This one will come in October, price, once more here in Germany, including tax, 229 euro. That's enough, at least I hope so, for a first impression here from the IFA in Berlin, from the booth of Archos. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye.